computer. Got it. Okay, everyone. Hi, it's Skip Neal again, your gallivanting guru, and I'm here today again with my great friend Luke Jones, who is the rep for Soneva in the Maldives. And so this would be our normal Tahiti Tuesday, but we're going to call it Soneva any day because any day is a great day to be at Soneva and to learn about it. So, Luke, welcome, my friend. And
Thanks, Skip.
why don't you, again, let's lead off as we always do, is why should the people pay attention to us for the next 5 or 10 minutes? What's in it for them?
Well, Skip, I hope this picture actually paints 1,000 words. This is Soneva Jani in the Maldives. And why you should pay attention, this is probably the most amazing exclusive resort experience on the planet, and the beautiful atoll country of the Maldives. And so if you're really looking for something off the charts in terms of wow factor, the Maldives and Soneva is definitely the place to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, educate us as usual, my friend. Let us know all your wisdom of why this is absolutely. You got a great picture up too, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. It's Soneva is really beautifully placed. There's two resorts there, and they're celebrating their 25th anniversary. It started by a gentleman called Sonu and his wife Ava, hence the name Soneva is a mashup of their two names.
Oh.
He started Six Senses Hotels, which is quite a famous brand in the luxury space. So 25 years ago, they opened Soneva Fushi, which is in the Maldives. So they have these resorts here, Soneva Fushi and Soneva Jani, which was opened a couple of years ago, and then Soneva and Aqua, which is a liveaboard boat which sails between the two of them. And then they also have a resort in Thailand, Soneva Kiri, but we'll just talk about the Maldives today and Soneva Fushi and Soneva Jani.
Great.
So the mantra at Soneva is no news, no shoes. So when you get off your private seaplane at the resort, you're greeted by your butler who takes your shoes and puts them in a bag, and then you're barefoot for the rest of your stay. You can keep your shoes if you want to, but most people want to feel the sand and the island beneath their feet. And eventually, after 3 or 4 days there, you forget you ever had shoes. So it really is about barefoot, relaxed luxury. Sonu and Ava's philosophy is slow living. It's all about sustainability, learning, having local produce, inspiring activities, using organic food and everything they do, fun, very welcoming of the families and kids, uh, state-of-the-art wellness programs and unique experiences at the resort. So slow life. And these are all the wonderful types of experience you'll have at Soneva. I'll go into some of the pictures here just to illustrate how unique this resort is. So this is Soneva Fushi, and this is actually one of the restaurants called Fresh in the Garden, and you'll see that it just looks like one table where you sit with your particular party or your family, and all the tables in this restaurant, Fresh in the Garden, are at different locations in the restaurant, up on different levels and around in the trees here. So it's a really unique dining experience and very much a signature of Soneva. Just right now, in terms of COVID, we're very, very strict on COVID protocols at the resort. So we keep each of our islands totally free of COVID. As a guest, you are tested upon arrival in your villa, and then once you get that negative test within 12 hours, you are free to go about the resort, and then you're tested again on day 5. And our staff and all our team are tested more frequently than that. So we've kept a really COVID safe environment at the resorts.
That's really good.
Yeah, so this is Soneva Fushi, and to get to the Maldives, you can fly mainly the Middle Eastern carriers, Emirates, Etihad, or Qatar Airways, with one stop in the Middle East, either Dubai, Doha, or one of the Gulf states, and then straight into Mali, and then from there your seaplane will take you out to the resort, which is about 40 minutes from the main airport in the Maldives. So this is the resort here, Soneva Fushi. All personal villa style accommodation, absolute oceanfront or over water. And here's just an illustration of where we are. And as I said, it's about a 40-minute plane ride from Mali International. And then we can actually do transfers to Soneva Jani, which is the other resort we run as well. And here are the villas. So absolutely spectacular, award-winning villas. And these are our one bedroom, all oceanfront, gardened off from each other, very private. And everything at the resort has been designed with sustainability in mind. So everything has been reclaimed or recycled. This is all reclaimed woods. No trees have been chopped down. There's no plastics anywhere. You won't see any plastic bottles. It's all in glass bottle. Water's delivered to your room in glass bottles by your barefoot butler. By the way, your barefoot butler is available 24/7, and you have a special communication device with them to reach out for arranging any activity or any assistance you need. And then we have 2-bedroom villas. Each one is unique. There's no cookie cutter experience here at Soneva. The water slides into the pool, so lots of fun for the family. And then we go up to our larger villas for maybe families traveling together or couples traveling together. This is our 5-bedroom. And then our 6-bedroom Sunset Reserve. And just the interiors here. So very, very relaxed, but no thought spared for luxury. It's surround sound Bose system, Wi-Fi. Your TV's actually in that chest right in front of the bed there that opens up when you press a button and your TV pops up.
Cool.
And here's our 9-bedroom water reserve. This is the largest private villa in the world. Absolutely superb oceanfront. And you can even have a large private dinner in the middle of your swimming pool there with your private chefs, etc. And just some interior shots here. Beautiful woods throughout. Now, the dining is really unique and exceptional at Soneva. It's one of the experiences that we really pay attention to. Out of the Blue is our pontoon restaurant, which has a number of dining experiences. Once Upon a Table is where we'll have our visiting Michelin star chef. Right now, we have Chef Akira, who is one of the only 2 3-star Michelin chef, sushi chefs in the world. And he's with us right now doing these private dinners just for 8 guests at a time, so 4 couples. And then there's So Bespoke, So Hands-On, all private dining throughout the Out of the Blue pontoon. We have Fresh in the Garden, which I showed you there. Down to Earth is By the Beach. We also have a chocolate, cheese, and ice cream room available complimentary 24 hours, and 80 different types of ice cream, fresh cheeses and cold cut meats. And the chocolate room is open as well. We have to keep the kids out of there because it's very, very addictive.
Yeah.
And so the experiences in the Maldives and at Soneva are really one of a kind. Sonu's private picnic, a private beach picnic here, snorkeling with the manta rays. So there's all kinds of marine life here. This is a marine bioreserve, and you'll see whale sharks in season, the manta rays, all different types of snorkeling experience, sandbank cocktails here. Now, one of the signature experiences is the outdoor cinema paradiso that we have, and you can watch your favorite movie under the stars. There, we also have a fully functioning observatory, international grade observatory. And one of our guest speakers is a man called Buzz Aldrin, who happens to be the 2nd man on the moon. And he does star talks every now and then as our guest astronomer. And that's another thing Soneva does, is we have really great personalities and experts come through to run our programs. The Den is the kids club, which is like its own private resort just for the kids. There's a dress-up room, a pirate room, a Lego room, all the nannies and minders and babysitters you need. We also have our own glass-blowing art gallery there. So we recycle all of the bottles and we turn them into artworks. It's called From Waste to Wealth program. And here's some of the other programs we have here: world-class surfers and football training camps. So very much about fun and education for the whole family. Six Senses is our spa. Don't need to say any more about that. World-class spa services. So what's new at Soneva Fushi? We've just built these new overwater pontoons. And so 1 and 2 bedroom water retreats if you want that really great overwater experience, which people really do want to tick off on that bucket list. Here's just an example of our 2-bedroom water retreat with slide. So you can slide from your roof straight down into the lagoon and swim around. Flying Saucers is our new zip lining dinner experience. It's a progressive dinner that you zip line from one platform to the other, where there's a different chef who serves you a different meal. So again, all about fun. Shades of Green is our herbivore experience. This is our very fresh vegetarian restaurant. We have our own seaplane to transfer and our own Tesla vehicles to transfer guests from our private lounge at the airport out to the seaplane landing area. Here we go. Here's a Soneva seaplane. So your guests will get this luxury treatment. You will get this luxury treatment when you go to Soneva. So then the other resort that we have is Soneva Jani, which is a newer one. This is really something very, very special. Only 45-minute seaplane flight from Mali International. And the villas here are done in this very washed out beach house sort of look and feel. Again, lots of really surprising add-ons here. The roof actually opens with a press of a button right over your bed, so you can see the stars at night. over your one bedroom villa. Here it is here, private pool. And then our just a shot from outside during the day. And you can see the interiors here, lots of bleached wood. It really feels like a beach house with all these little nooks and crannies, but it's all by design, of course. Every luxury is thought of here. You have your own golf buggies. Your barefoot butler will be at your service 24/7. And here's a 2-bedroom water retreat with slide. Up to some of our bigger villas here. This is the 2-bedroom on the actual island in Soneva Jani, and some shots here. So very gardened and beautiful. And then we get our bigger villas here. Again, good for couples, friends and family traveling together. 3-bedroom here on the island, and up to our biggest villa, which is the 4-bedroom water reserve. And you can see someone right in the middle of enjoying that water slide there. So a real must do when you're at Soneva is get one of these water slide villas. A lot of fun. And they may even have bigger villas on the island at Soneva Jani itself. So the dining here is just as excellent as Soneva Fushi. This is the Gathering, which is our main dining restaurant. These different levels here, these catamaran nets, you sit in and have a cocktail and then go up to the main restaurant area here. We also have Cinema Paradiso, which is an outdoor cinema and restaurant by Nikki. And here's some shots of the Cinema Paradiso restaurant here. And guess who's cooking? Private dinner, the Crab Shack. We have one of the world famous chefs from the Ministry of Crab as our Crab Shack chef, and you can just come into this little beachside shack and have some of the best crab you've ever tasted in the whole world. The Gathering here, the Gathering wine cellar. Sonu loves a drop of wine, so he's got one of the best kept wine cellars in the Maldives. Down to Earth and the Gathering bar. So Engaging is another private dining experience we have here. And then we have destination dining, which we can just set up for your guests on the beach. The experiences, here's the Cinema Paradiso. Sonu's a big fan of outdoor cinema, so every resort has that. And again, the observatory, so you get the Star Talk, lots of water sports. We have activities shared, and then lots of educational trips for the kids and touring the island and exploring and understanding the ecosystem here. Surfing, astronomical dinner cruise is a fun thing to do. Have a Star Talk under the stars on a cruise boat going through the Maldives. Pretty one of a kind of experience. So what's new at Soneva Jani? We've built some new water retreats here, and we have what's called Soneva Chapter 2. This is all inclusive. So it's all meals, all activities, unlimited use of the spa, unlimited use of diving, and basically anything you'd ever want or request while you're on your vacation, you can have at Chapter 2, Soneva Jani. And here's just some shots of the new interiors. So again, that beautiful beach housey look and feel and that aesthetic all the way through. Very casual, but somehow very luxurious experience. That roof opens up, as you can see in the top there.
Oh, yeah.
Your private pool. And then looking back, as you'll see, it's all exposed sanded wood, so very soft underfoot. There's no plastics or anything artificial involved here. Very much keeping in one with that sustainability concept. Our chocolate ice cream room, again, complimentary all day long with boutique ice creams and cheeses and chocolates. I don't know if you can see this, but this is our Crab Shack. You may not be able to hear it, but you can see how rustic it is, but it's very fun and very well thought out. And just the chefing experience here is one of a kind crab. Let's just see how the crab looks here. Are you a fan of crabs, Skip?
Absolutely, yes. I used to live on the eastern shore of Maryland at one time, which is
well, yeah.
You know, kind of crab, but it may not compare to this.
I think Maryland's got some great seafood, so it's probably up there. So yeah, so that gives you an idea. So that's just one of the dining experiences there. And then lastly, I mentioned Soneva and Aqua. This is our liveaboard vessel, which you can charter for yourself for any number of nights. It has 2 bedrooms, and it's like a floating villa. It's got a captain, a private chef, an activities coordinator, and a masseuse. And you just follow any one of these itineraries or chart your own course. You can even use it as a transfer to go from Soneva Fushi to Soneva Jani and overnight on the way. And here's some shots of it. Really beautifully appointed throughout. Actually, the master bedroom has a glass bottom jacuzzi you can see there in the bottom left. So when you press a button, the floor opens up and you can jump in your jacuzzi and see all the fish below your feet as you sail through the Maldives. So again, a one-of-a-kind experience.
Wow.
Lots of great surfing, etc., outdoor dining, Under the Stars on Soneva and Aqua. Here we go. Here's that private masseuse in action here. He looks very serious. And he can
Absolutely.
And you can see the hot tub there as well. There's a hot tub right on the top of the boat. So you can charter this. We get guests doing it just for a night or two, just for a little something different while they're at Soneva. And all the activities can be planned. We have a dive master that goes with you, a surf instructor. We even have a free diving instructor who can teach you and your family how to free dive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great.
And this is Soneva Kiri in Thailand. But I'll stop there, Skip, because that's the Maldives.
That is perfect. That is perfect. Hey, so Luke, a couple of questions that I have, and potential clients may have it as well. Is and you may have mentioned it. How many rooms at Fushi and how many at Jani?
So rooms is hard to count because some of our villas have 8 or have 9 bedrooms, but there's 72 villas.
Okay.
And we have they're all spread out throughout the island, so they're very well spaced out. And you don't feel like you're crowded at all. And there's 42 in Soneva Jani, and there's another 12 that have gone in there for Chapter 2. So they're quite good sized resorts. They're not too overbearing or huge, and every single villa is unique. Like you'll never see 2 villas that are absolutely identical.
Now, do you suggest do people do a split between the 2 properties by chance? 3 or 4 nights at one, 3 or 4 at another, or do you tend to stay at?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Actually, people do split it because they're very different look and feel, but they actually feel part of the same experience.
Okay.
And the different resorts in terms of their environment they're in. So we normally get people doing 2 nights in the Maldives. So you could do 3 or 4 nights Soneva Fushi, 3 or 4 nights Soneva Jani, and then to spice it up, you could even do 1 night Soneva and Aqua in the middle, which is the liveaboard boat, and that can be your transfer between the 2 resorts as well.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Yeah, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Now, in terms of our time now with COVID, what's our regulations for Americans traveling there? Are we open like Tahiti, or how are we looking?
Yep. The Maldives is open. So like Tahiti, they're open, but you will require a COVID test within 3 days of departure, which is the same for Tahiti. So going to the Maldives from America, you'd fly, Emirates or Etihad or even Turkish Airlines, Qatar Airways, and they will have their own requirement about flying. And it's usually a negative PCR test. And then once you get to the resort itself, we test you on arrival, and that takes 6 to 12 hours. And we ask you to stay in your villa during that time, and then you're free to go about the resort. If for some long shot you actually test positive, you are allowed to stay in your villa complimentary of any costs of the villa. So we're taking that risk.
Sounds like a heartache, man. Sounds like a heartache.
Yeah, the only thing we do charge for is the meals and extras, but the accommodation is complimentary. So
I could think of something worse.
Yeah. So it winds up being not too much of a disaster of a holiday if you happen to get COVID while you're there, but it hasn't happened yet. So
now, and last question here, what do you suggest into any time of the year? Great time to go?
Yes. So right now is our peak season is right now, which is over Christmas and New Year. So generally November through to April, May is probably April is our best time. It's not so wet or humid, and then May, through to September, it gets a little bit hotter and a little bit wetter, but it's quite temperate year round. It's just depending on your tolerance to humidity and a bit of rain. But rain comes and goes in these islands. It doesn't set in forever and ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can go during rainy season and never get rain because when it's not supposed to be rain and get drenched. I mean, I know how that goes.
It's like Tahiti. It's the same. You can be lucky or unlucky depending on the weather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, good deal, man. This has been very educational. I really appreciate your time and doing this for me and all our potential clients. And wonderful, man. I really, really appreciate it.
You're most welcome, Skip. And we look forward to seeing your clients down with us soon.
Absolutely. Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, Skip.
Bye-bye.